Hey, okay, wanted to quickly kind of go over how we can get the screenplay formatting script software to work with Google Docs. Okay, so in the assignment, when you guys look, the writer will need to be clicking on that at a minimum. Other people can actually click on it to make copies and to put their software if they wanted to. That's okay, it's not an issue. But I'm going to walk through how to add that add-on, okay? So if we're clicking on the script, it's going to ask us to make a copy. Yes, we want to make a copy. Um, this, after you guys decide on your group and the director decides the group name, you're going to change that. Okay. Now we want to add the add-on. So if we go into extensions right here, there is a drop-down. We look at the add-ons drop-down, we can do get add-ons. Okay. Once this populates, I'm going to type screenplay formatter. If it doesn't pop up for me, this is how you spell it, with two T's, okay? I click enter. This is it right here, okay? I already have mine installed. Oh, no, actually, I chose not to do it. Okay, so we click install, we click continue. It's going to ask for access in your account. That's fine. You want to allow everything, and then click. Okay, so now that we have it, it shows up in the extensions down here, okay? And so then we can click launch. So let me kind of quickly walk through. This is what we want to see, okay? Now, here, we're going to go all the way down to the third page. That's the first blank page. We have our different screenplay stuff to use, okay? So you could use this to help make sure that your indents are correct. So when I want to start doing a header or a slug line, this is what I'm going to click for this scene. And since we're not changing locations or times of day or going between interior and exterior, we only need it once. So then we can put our information there. So, we could say, for example, exterior. We could say room 1021, Licking Heights High School. Okay, and then we could say the time. So now we have it, we've written it. What we can do, if you already wrote it out like that, you can go ahead and highlight and you can click it and it will set it into the proper format. If I had this indented and I click it, I can either write it like this from the start or I can highlight it. But notice how it puts it where I want it to, at the right indentation. That's what I want. Okay, so that is a header for a slug line. And then we're going to have to fill out, the action, which we may end up having multiple times that we need to do that to describe not just the entirety of this scene, but different parts of it. So we can use this action line to do that. So I can start writing it and then click on it after I highlight it, or I can click on it first and then do it. So I like to just kind of get stuff out. It is dark and the video is playing on the okay, so I can highlight just to double check that I got this, and we can write it, and make sure that we're setting it. Action line doesn't indent any farther past the header, the slug line. But now when we get to different things, so we have our speaker, okay? If we click on this, it will open up a blank one if I don't have anything. So I can say red beard. Okay, if I click that, notice what it's going to do. It puts it the proper indentation. This is for a character ID. Now, if I want to add a parentheses, okay, sets indents for speaker's cue, I could click on this. Now that, excuse me, let's backtrack a little bit. Okay, this one says sets indents for speaker's cue, so that is not a character parenthetical, that is a dialogue parenthetical. So if I was, let me skip down to dialogue. So I'm going to write dialogue right here. That puts it out like 2 indents to the left. What is up? Hope you guys are having a good day. There we go. Okay. Notice I'm not writing in quotes because the whole script, because of the indentation, it is letting me know that it is quotes. I'm not really looking so much for grammar. If it's difficult for me to read, if it's not actually matching what is being said from the video, I'm going to have issues. But you guys, when you're writing scripts, you're writing how you want to talk. You're not writing something and making sure that everything's proper. Okay? So then if I am doing a dialogue parenthetical, that's when I would click here and see how it's in between. Okay. I can do something like sarcastically. Okay. This is a dialogue parenthetical. So this is how I would say this phrase right here. If, and really you only want to do it when you're trying to do something different than what can't easily be read. Okay, now if I want to do something different, like how I'm saying it. So maybe the scene starts where we're looking at the class and then you were hearing me, but I'm not in the scene, so I'm off screen. Then I'm going to want to add a character parenthetical. So that would be in parentheses. I do OS, off screen, okay? So I'm filling that out. Now the other stuff that you have, new character, you could do this. I could say red beard was preparing to address the class for the day. All right. So if this is a new character, the first time that we mention them, we can go ahead and click this for special formatting, and I'll put it all in caps so it makes it easier for us to see. There's actually other areas that we might want to put stuff in caps rather than just names. If we need other people to notice how we are trying to do things. So if I need set design to make sure that it's dark, I might capitalize that. Coma board, that is something that is going to need to be required. I may end up, highlighting that a separate color when I'm trying to do a script breakdown. Okay. VFX sound effects, you could do that. That could be something that you're putting in your action line because it's kind of helping to describe the scene. Lightning flashes. Let's highlight that. We click here. See, it just puts it in capital. It's just so that we can draw attention to. Okay, that's all that it's doing when we put it in capital. So I could use either one of these, and it's going to, just let me see, stuff that I want to mention later on, I can do that. But characters, it's a good practice to do it pretty much every time you have it, but you want to at least do it the very first time. You'll see other very famous writers, especially like older scripts, older movies, they will do it as sometimes a suggestion, and then they kind of stop doing it. But a lot of newer movies will start following this format. Okay. The other thing that we have here is the transitions. So really all you need if you're wanting to do some transitions, so if you want to smash cut, if you wanted to do intercut too, if you wanted to do jump cuts, anything that you're trying to say is the type of transition. If we wanted to do fade to black, it doesn't matter which one I click, it's going to put the indentations where I want it to. So I can hit this and then I can rewrite it. So I can now notice that it's all in caps, but I am going to write fade to black. Okay. If I was going to add stuff like over black and title cards and that type of stuff, in this case, to get the indentations right, you're going to still want to use the header because that's going to push it over. And then I can say over black. Okay, there it is. And then I want to do a title card. I'm still going to end up using Now, in this case, I'm going to want to use action and then choose my capital. So here, I'd write in capital, title card, and then what I want it to say. It was way too early. Okay, so that's what we would see on top of a black. Fade to black. If that doesn't make sense, we could fade to white. Doesn't matter. Or we could fade to black and then over black. I'm not trying to write a scene right now. I'm just kind of trying to show you how to use the formatting. So that's it. That's what you would need to do at a minimum when you guys are writing this scene. You're going to have all the pieces. I'm looking that they're correctly in there for the egg kisser video. It's only 38 seconds, so it shouldn't take too long, but you guys are filling it out. So the other stuff that I need to see, you guys are deciding your roles here. Make sure you guys are putting your guys' names there. Then you guys are scoring each other based on your score, okay? So I am noting on this if, so let's say the director was not doing a very good job, was just yelling at people and stressing everybody out, and was not being a effective member of the group, and lead writer, the writer, and the lead producer, they basically had to do it without really the director's help to get the assignment in. And their composite scores that they scored for the director was like 5 or less, okay? Then that means the max score, so lead writer, and lead producer could, end up getting like 100 if it was awesome and their scores were good. The director could end up getting a max of 50%, okay? So it's beneficial to work well with a group because in this field, you guys are gonna have to do it, all right? Good luck, have fun.